Come to stand in mountain pose. Bring your feet together, toes touching, heels slightly apart, or have your feet hip-width distance apart. Make sure that your toes are pointing forward and the outer edges of your feet are parallel. Lift your toes and broaden the soles of your feet along the floor. Keep the toes lifted and feel the weight in your toe mounds and your heels. Feel the arches lifted away from the floor. And lightly let the toes come down towards the floor, but keep the weight in the toe mounds and the heels. Lift your kneecaps. Firm your thighs and feel a slight inner rotation in the inner thighs. Release the tailbone towards the floor and draw the navel in towards the spine and up. Roll the heads of the shoulders up towards the ears, back and down, drawing the shoulder blades in towards the spine and down towards the hips. Feel the neck lengthen out of the shoulders. Feel the entire spine lengthen up through the crown of the head. Feel a very slight tuck in the chin. Find a steady gaze around the horizon line. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, palms facing up, and palms face each other at the top. Exhale, dive over your legs. Keep the knees soft. Hold on to opposite elbows and ragdoll from side to side. Firm the shoulders in and up your back, away from the ears, allowing the head and the back of the neck to lengthen out. Placing the fingertips on the floor. Make circles with the hips, clockwise and counterclockwise, taking your weight to every corner of each foot. Notice how this changes the stretch in the hamstrings. Then bring your weight to rest in the toe mounds. Doing so will bring the hips right above the heels. Inhale halfway up, keeping the weight in the toe mounds, being light on your heels. Find a long spine here and stay here as you exhale. Scoop the belly up towards the back and lengthen through the crown of the head and the sternum. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, and step back to plank pose. Inhale and plank, finding the shoulders above the wrists, the heels above the toe mounds. Exhale, shift your weight forward, lower to elbow height. Inhale, sweep the chest forward, upward facing dog. Stay here as you exhale. Knees are lifted away from the floor, and you're resting just on the tops of your toes. Exhale, flip the toes under, downward facing dog. Sink the right heel, bend the left knee. Breathe into the right hamstring and the right calf. Continue to lift the hips up and back. And bend the right knee, sink the left heel. Breathe into the left hamstring and the left calf. Firm the left thigh. And straighten both legs. Come up high on the toe mounds, bend the knees, lift the hips up and back, stretching the sides of the waist, lifting the hips away from the ribs. As you do this, firm the shoulders in towards the body and up towards the hips. Let the head release, let the back of the neck lengthen. And exhale, straighten the legs, sink both heels evenly. Firm the thighs, lift the kneecaps. Roll the inner thighs back and in. Scoop the low belly up towards your back. Keep lifting the hips up, up, and back. Inhale the right leg up behind you. Keep the hips level. Toes are pointing towards the floor, foot is flexed. Reach through the inner heel. Firm the thigh. Really reach through the foot. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, press back. Exhale, knee to nose. Stay here as you inhale. Exhale, plant the foot by your right thumb. Inhale, come up to Crescent Lunge. Bend into both knees and square the hips to the front of your mat. Wrap the left hip forward. Take a look at your back foot. Make sure that you're high on the toe mounds. The heel is right above the toe mounds, and the foot is perpendicular to the floor. Release the tailbone. Lift the chest and lean back. Feel the abdomen catch you. Reach through the fingertips and draw the arms along the ears. Exhale, plant the fingertips down, find runner's stretch. Keep reaching back through the left heel. Firm the back thigh. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Feel the low belly scooping in towards the back. Reach back through both heels and reach forward through the sternum and the crown of the head. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Draw the elbows straight back alongside the ribs. Inhale, slide up to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Reach back through the inner heel. Foot is flexed, toes are pointing straight down towards the floor. See that the hips are even. Drop the left hip in line with the right. Keep lifting the hips up and back. Keep both legs firm. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, back. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Stay here as you inhale. Exhale, plant the foot by your left thumb. Inhale up to Crescent Lunge, high on the toe mounds of the back foot. Wrap the right hip forward in line with the left. Check your back heel. Make sure that it's right above the toe mounds. The sole of the foot is perpendicular to the floor. Bend into that right knee. Bend into the left knee. Release the tailbone. Lift the chest and lean your weight back as you reach up through the fingertips and draw the arms alongside the ears. Breathe here, lengthening through the sides of the waist and the sides of the ribs. Exhale, plant the hands on either side of the front foot. Inhale, runner's stretch. Keep reaching back through the right heel, firming the right thigh. Exhale, plant both hands, step back to plank. Reach back evenly through both heels. Reach forward through the crown of the head. Draw the shoulder blades back towards your hips and press them in towards the spine and towards the ribs. Exhale, shift your weight forward, draw the elbows straight back, skimming the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale and exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway up, reach the chest forward, bring the weight into the toe mounds. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, rise up, palms facing up. Palms face each other at the top. Exhale, palms to heart center. Find mountain pose again, toes touching heels apart or feet hip width distance. Roll the arms open from up in the shoulders. Lift the chest and lean back slightly. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, sink the hips, chair pose. Bring the weight into your heels. If the feet are touching, press the knees together. If the feet are apart, keep the knees tracking right over the ankles. Sit lower, reach higher. Think of lengthening the torso. Draw the sit bones towards the heels. Exhale, fold over your legs. Bring the weight into the toe mounds. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Separate your feet hip width distance. Bend your knees and drape your torso over your thighs. Feel the belly and the rib cage along the thighs. Lengthen the sternum forward. Draw the belly in towards the back. Deepen the bend in the knees if you need to. Place both hands on the floor. Inhale, lift just the right foot off the floor. Keep scooping the low belly in. Sweep the leg out to the side in line with your hip. Exhale, lower the foot down. Keep it hovering. And now press the toes forward towards your fingertips. Crunch the belly. Inhale, sweep the leg out to the side in line with the hip. Exhale, lower the leg. Reach the toes forward towards your fingertips. Inhale, sweep the leg out to the side. Exhale, lowered, press the foot forward towards the fingertips. Inhale here, and exhale, plant the foot down. Inhale, lift your left foot up. Crunch the belly, scoop the abdomen in towards the back. Continue to lengthen the spine. Sweep the left leg out in line with the hip. Exhale, lower the leg. Keep the foot hovering and press it forward towards your fingertips. Inhale, out to the side in line with the hip. Exhale, lower. Press the foot forward. Scoop the belly in. Inhale, out to the side. Exhale, lower. Press the foot forward. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the foot. Straighten the legs and fold. Inhale, halfway up, light on your heels. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Firm the thighs. Reach back through the inner heels and forward through the crown of the head. Exhale, shift your weight forward, lower down to elbow height. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Reach back through the inner heel. foot flexed and toes pointing straight down. Exhale, step the foot to your right thumb. Plant your back heel down. Reach through the left fingertips and windmill open to warrior two. See that your front heel intersects your back arch. Angle the back foot in slightly. Bend the right knee right above the ankle. See that the knee is tracking over the second and third toe. The big toe should be visible. Press the knee back away from the big toe. You may need to lengthen your stance here. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. Firm the back thigh. Bring more weight into the back foot by leaning the torso back. Wrap the left hip down and back. Keep pressing the right knee away from the big toe. Lift the foot off the floor except for the heel. Press the heel into the ground. Bend a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen through the torso. Continue to press into the heel and press down through the outer edge of the back foot. Keep pressing into the heel. Open both palms to the sky and draw the shoulder blades down the back. Keep the shoulders open like this and just flip the palms down from the wrists. Lower the right foot back onto the floor. Flip the right palm open. Inhale, reach up and back. The palm will face the floor. Exhale here. Keep the knee bent over the ankle. Lengthen as you inhale. Exhale, side angle. Bring the right elbow to the right knee. Inhale up through the left fingertips. Keep the shoulder blades in towards the spine and down towards the hips. Rotate the arm within the shoulder and draw it alongside the ear, palm facing the floor. Stay lifted in the right shoulder. Keep pressing the right knee back away from the big toe and make sure that the knee is right above the ankle. Press into the outer edge of the left foot and feel that long line of energy extend through the side of the body and out the left fingertips. Gaze at the sky. Open the chest to the sky. Inhale, warrior two. Inhale here, lengthening the torso, drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale, straighten the front leg, heel toe to face the side of your mat. Check to see that your feet are under your hands. Check to see that the outer edges of the feet are parallel. Take the hands to your hips. Lift the kneecaps, firm the thighs. Press into the outer edges of the feet. Lift the chest as you inhale. Exhale, fold at the hip creases. Let the crown of the head release towards the ground, but keep the shoulder blades in and up towards the hips. Breathe into your hamstrings and into your calves. Keep the thighs firm here. Keep pressing into the outer edges of the feet. Exhale, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, fold. Bring the hands back to your hips. Press into the feet and inhale up to vertical. Heel toe the right foot back to face the front of your mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. Come up high on the toe mounds of the back foot. Bend into the left knee and the right knee. Draw the navel in and lean back. Press the hips forward. Exhale, palms to heart center. Bend a little deeper into your front knee and step your way forward into Warrior 3. Reach the left foot back. Foot is flexed, toes pointing straight down. Drop the left hip in line with the right. Keep the palms together at heart center. Or, if you feel stable, reach the fingertips forward or back. Work towards squaring the hips. Keep dropping the left hip down. Check to see that the back toes are still pointing down. Lengthen in opposite directions. See yourself floating back to crescent lunge. Inhale, float back. Exhale, plant the palms on the floor and step back to plank pose. Inhale and plank. Keep drawing the shoulders down and reaching back through the heels. Exhale, shift your weight forward, chaturanga to elbow height. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Reach through the inner heel of the left foot. Firm the thigh and keep the hips even. Left hip in line with the right. Exhale, step the foot to your left thumb. Plant your right heel down and reach through the right fingertips to open up to Warrior 2. Again, change your stance so that your left heel lines up with your right arch and your knee is right above the ankle. Make sure that you can see your big toe and your left knee is tracking with the second and third toe. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. Firm the back thigh as you roll the right hip back and down. Lengthen up through the crown of the head and flip both palms open, opening the arms from within the shoulders, drawing the shoulder blades in and down the back. Keep the shoulders like this and just flip the palms down from the wrists. Lower the left foot back onto the floor. Open the left palm to the ceiling. Reach up and back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale here. Keep the knee above the ankle. Lengthen as you inhale and exhale, side angle. Place the left elbow above the knee. Lift the chest and draw the shoulder blades in and down the back. Reach up through the right fingertips. Revolve the arm and draw it alongside your ear. Press into the outer edge of the right foot and extend out through the right fingertips. Gaze at the sky. Open the chest. Keep pressing the left knee back away from the big toe. Inhale, Warrior 2. Exhale, straighten the front leg, heel toe the left foot in to face the side of your mat. See that your feet are directly under your hands. See that the outer edges of the feet are parallel. Bring the hands to your hips. Press into the outer edges of the feet. Lift the kneecaps and really firm the thighs here. Draw the tailbone down. Lift the chest as you inhale. Exhale, fold at the hip creases. Draw the shoulders up the back as you lower the crown of the head to the floor. Breathe into your hamstrings and calves. Keep pressing into the outer edges of the feet and keep firming the thighs. Exhale, lower the palms beneath the shoulders. Inhale, halfway up, reaching the sternum forward and the hips back. Exhale, fold. Bring the hands back onto the hips. Press into your feet. Inhale to vertical. Drop the right hip in line with the left, squaring the hips to the mat. Exhale, heel toe the left foot to face the front of the mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. Bend into the back knee, come up high on the toe mounds of the right foot. Lengthen up through the side ribs, up through the fingertips. See that the hips are squared to the front of your mat. Wrap the right hip forward in line with the left. Exhale, palms to heart center. Bend a little deeper into the left knee and step your way forward into Warrior 3, lifting the right foot up behind you. Foot flex, toes pointing down. Firm the lifted leg. Keep your palms together at heart center, or if you feel stable, reach the fingertips forward, drawing the arms alongside the ears, or lengthen the arms back. Reach the right heel back. Drop the right hip in line with the left. Lengthen through the sides of the waist and reach the chest forward. Reach the inner heel of the right foot back. See yourself floating back to Crescent Lunge. Inhale, float back. Exhale, plant the palms on either side of the foot and step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, shift the weight forward, lower to elbow height. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale and exhale, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sink the hips, reach up, chair pose. Bring the weight into the heels. Draw the sit bones towards the heels and lengthen up through the sides of the waist and out the fingertips. Draw the arms back. Sit a bit lower. Lift the chest. Exhale, sweep the arms out to the side, straighten the legs, find mountain pose. Take a moment to adjust your feet. Broaden the foundation of the feet. Firm the legs. Lift the chest. Take the right foot up and place it on the inner thigh of the left leg. Press into your left foot. Feel rooted. Feel connected to the floor and the toe mounds and the heel. Press the right foot against the inner thigh and firm the left outer hip. Draw the right knee back and down towards the floor. Lengthen along the top of the thigh and the side of the hip. Bring the palms together at the center of the chest. Draw the shoulder blades in towards the spine and down towards the hips. Keep pressing the right foot against the inner thigh and drawing the left hip in. If you feel stable here, inhale and sweep the arms out and up. Palms face each other at the top. Reach up through the fingertips. Firm the triceps, but soften the shoulders and the neck. Exhale, sweep the arms down, lower the right foot. Find mountain pose. For this next pose, you may want to use a strap or a belt. Bend your right knee in towards your chest. Press the left foot into the floor. Take the strap around the heel of the toe mounds. Make sure that the strap is nice and long. Center your weight on the lower part of the toe mounds, on the top of the heel of your left foot. The arches are lifted away from the floor, toes are light. Find a long spine here. Drop the right hip in line with the left hip. The tendency here is for the right hip to hike up, so be aware of that. Keeping the hips even and keeping the long spine lengthening from the crown of the head. Slowly extend your right foot forward, pressing it into the strap. Keep the shoulder blades in and down the back. Lift the chest, drop the right hip in line with the left. Press the foot into the strap and press the strap against the foot. Take hold of the strap with the right hand. Take the left hand to the hip. Inhale, carry the leg out to the side. Keep both shoulder blades in and down the back. Keep the right hip in line with the left. If comfortable and balanced, gaze over your left shoulder. Look back to center. Inhale, draw the leg back to center. Release the strap, point the toe, and take your right hand to your right hip. Firm the right thigh, point through the toe, and keep it lifted. Hold here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the leg, find mountain pose. Take the left foot to the inner thigh of your right leg. Find your weight in your right foot. Again, focus the weight on the toe mounds and the heel, especially the bottom of the toe mounds and the top of the heel. Press into the foot. Press the left foot against the right inner thigh and firm the outer hip of the right leg. Draw the left knee down and back, lengthen along the top of the thigh. Bring your palms to heart center, shoulder blades moving in and down the back. Keep firming the right outer hip and pressing the left foot into the inner thigh. Lengthen up through the crown of the head and press the right foot into the floor. If stable here, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Palms face each other at the top. Press into the right foot, lengthen up through the sides of the waist, the sides of the ribs. Lengthen up through the fingertips and soften the neck and shoulders. Exhale, sweep the arms down, lower the foot. Find mountain pose. Take hold of your strap again. Bring the left knee up into the chest. Wrap the strap around the bottom of the toe mounds. Drop the left hip in line with the right. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders in and down the back. Press into your right foot, focusing the weight on the bottom of the toe mounds and the top of the heel. Keeping a long spine. Press the left foot forward. Press the toe mounds against the strap. Press the strap against the toe mound. Give yourself enough length here to keep the shoulder blades in and down towards the hips. Firm the left thigh. Firm the right thigh. Take the strap into the left hand and take the right hand to the hip. Inhale, sweep the leg out to the side. Keep the left shoulder blade in towards the spine. Bend the left elbow. Press the strap into the foot. Press the foot into the strap. If stable here, gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Release the strap, point the toe, take the left hand to the hip. Point the toe, firm the thigh. Keep the leg lifted. And hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the leg. Find mountain pose. Inhale here. Exhale, plant both feet in front of you. Come up high on your sit bones and reach the fingertips forward, keeping the shoulders in and down the back. Draw the navel in, supporting yourself with the abdomen. Slowly roll down onto your back, one vertebrae at a time, keeping the soles of the feet glued to the floor and reaching out through the fingertips. Draw the knees into your chest. Make small circles along the sacrum and rock from side to side. Take hold of the outer edges of your feet and open up to happy baby pose. Keep the heads of the shoulders down on the floor. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, and draw them into the armpits. Press the feet into the hands and the sacrum into the floor. Exhale, hug the knees back into the chest. Plant both feet on the floor. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh and flex the right foot. Interlace your fingers around the left thigh and hug the knee into your chest. As you hug the left knee into your chest, press the right knee away from you. If you like, you can bend your right elbow and press it against your right thigh to draw the knee away. Keep both feet flexed to protect the knees. Relax the shoulders onto your mat and breathe into the right hip. Plant both feet on the floor. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Interlace the fingers around the right thigh and hug the knee into your chest. Keep pressing the left knee away from you as you draw the right knee towards your chest. Keep both feet flexed to protect the knees. And again, relax the shoulders onto the floor. Breathe into any intense sensations in the left hip. Lower both feet back onto the floor. Reach your fingertips to touch the back of your heels. See that your feet are hip-width distance apart. Lift the hips up towards the sky and interlace your fingers behind your back. Press the palms together. Come up high on the tops of the shoulders. Inhale, press the hips up and lift the chest towards your chin. Focus on stretching the tops of the thighs. Press the knuckles against the floor. Keep the knees right above the ankles. Separate your hands out to the sides, palms down. Exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time, lowering first the upper back, mid back, then low back. Inhale, lift the hips, interlace the fingers, and nestle the shoulder blades under your back. Inhale, press the hips up, draw the chest towards your chin, and breathe into the upper chest. Exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time, lowering the upper back, mid back, and the low back. Hug your knees into your chest. Inhale, lengthen the legs straight up towards the sky. Cross the right leg over the left. Plant the left foot on the floor. Lift the hips up and drop them 2 inches over to the right. Take the knees into your chest. Separate the arms out to the sides, palms up. Exhale, drop the knees to your left and gaze over your right shoulder. Crawl your left shoulder blade out from under your back. Get as much of your upper back along the floor as possible. And think of the crown of the head lining up with the tailbone. If you like, you can weigh down your knees using your left hand. Melt into the twist. Inhale back to center. Straighten both legs up towards the sky. Cross the left leg over the right. Plant the right foot down. Lift your hips up and drop them 2 inches to the left. Take the knees into your chest. Scooch your right shoulder out from under your back, getting as much of the upper back along the floor. Once again, think of lining the crown of the head with your tailbone. If you like, use your right hand to weigh your knees down towards the floor. Soften your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Exhale, take your legs out for Savasana, corpse pose. Let the feet splay out naturally. Have them hip-width distance or wider. Nestle the shoulder blades under your back to open up along the chest. Have the palms open to the sky and separate the hands out away from your hips. Let the head rock from side to side, slowly coming to that balanced spot at the back of the skull. Let your eyes close. Unhinge the jaw. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Soften the muscles of the face. Soften the space between the brows. Let the eyes be heavy. Let the eyelids be heavy. Notice the sounds in the room. Notice the pressure points and contours of the body along the floor. Trace these contours from the back of the skull, through the shoulders, through the right arm, and the right hand, through the left arm and the left hand. Notice all the pressure points along the back, the hips against the floor, the backs of the legs. Spread your awareness throughout the surface of your skin, noticing the clothes against your flesh. Noticing the heat or the cool of the air in the room. Let your awareness travel from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet. Or if you like, stay in one area of the body. Perhaps just noticing the face, traveling along the forehead, the sides of the temples, the cheeks, the nose. Or maybe the palms, noticing any tingling, any heat or cold. Allow your awareness to travel and to notice all the nuances of sensations along the skin or within the body. If your mind begins to wander, gently bring it back to the sensations of the body. Let thoughts go as easily as they arise. Notice your sensations without any judgment, simply taking them into your attention and letting them go, moving on to the next sensation. Stay here very still, traveling throughout the body or throughout an area of the body, bringing the attention back if ever it strays. Begin to send your awareness outwards. Notice the sounds in the room. Begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, gently waking the body. Inhale, sweep your arms up alongside your ears. Interlace your fingers, Flip the palms and stretch the sides of the waist. Stretch the feet away from you. Exhale, curl onto your side. Notice how you feel. Keeping your head heavy, your eyes closed. Very gently press yourself up to sit. Bring your palms together at the center of your chest. Take a deep inhale into the collarbones. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale into the collarbones. And exhale through the mouth. Namaste.